going to talk to you about rehydrating dried beans, dried chilies, and dried fruits. With dried beans, the first thing you're going to do is spill them out onto a tray where you can then inspect them for any broken beans, pieces of twig, sticks and stones and things like that. The next thing you'll do is to just gather them up, slide them into a storage container, and cover them with water. You want to cover the beans by at least 2 to 3 inches. The beans that you see in this front bowl have been soaked overnight, approximately 10 hours, and now they're ready to cook. Should you have a last minute change of plans or you forgot to soak the beans overnight, you would start by doing the same thing, sort through the beans, and then drop them into a pan. Cover them by about 2 to 3 inches with water, and then I'm going to bring them to the boil. Once this comes to the boil, I'm actually going to turn the heat off and leave them covered and let them soak for about an hour. When they're soaked in the speed soak method, they'll end up looking about like this. It's about the same as if they had soaked overnight. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to handle chilies. Now, because the chilies I'm going to be talking to you about are hot chilies, I'm going to put gloves on to protect my hands. The chilies that I have with me today are ancho chilies. These are the dark chilies, and these are guajillo, both of which are commonly used in Mexican and South American cuisine. The first thing I'm going to do is actually toast them. It helps refresh their oils and their aroma. Now, the pan doesn't need to be very hot, but it does need to be pre-warmed. And you would put enough chilies in the pan to just kind of cover the bottom of the pan. I'm going to heat the chilies until they become aromatic. I'm checking the chilies to make sure that the surface has blistered some. This is an indicator that they have begun to be toasted. If I pick them up, you can also see now that they're very pliable, and that means that they've become refreshed. If you were here with me, you'd know that they smell really nice right now, so it's the time to take them out of the pan. And also point out to you that I've toasted these in a dry saute pan. No oil, no moisture of any sort. At this point, I'm ready to add the chilies to hot water. So you can see the water is nice and steamy. The hot chilies are going in directly after they've been toasted. And now they're going to soak until they become swollen and hydrated. Finally, I'd like to talk to you about rehydrating dried fruit, such as apricots. First thing I'm going to do is choose my liquid for rehydrating them. And today I'm going to be using sherry. I'm going to add the alcohol to the pot off the heat. Alcohol can be very flammable, and best if we add it away from the fire. I'm going to put the sherry in the pot, put the pot to the heat, and all I need to do really is bring the alcohol or the liquid up to a steamy heat. It does not have to be boiling. The sherry is heated now, so I'm going to pour it over the apricots. And now the apricots will soak for a period of time until they become plump. That's the term we typically use when we talk about rehydrating dried fruits.